We developed FossilSketch to train undergraduate students in the basics of micropaleontology. Our learning outcome goals included increasing student comprehension and retention of micropaleontology knowledge, as well as increasing student engagement with analysis and application of micropaleontological data. FossilSketch is an interactive digital online learning tool that introduces students to micropaleontology through educational videos, games, and exercises. FossilSketch focuses on foraminifera and ostracoda and includes the following sections. Educational videos provide introductory information to help contextualize concepts covered in the rest of the program. We currently have 4 different videos. All videos are created by us and are in open access on YouTube. All videos have captions. The first one is Why do we study microfossils? In this video, students learn about various applications of microfossils in research and industry. The second video is about ostracoda. Students learn about their ecology and terminology and learn how to identify them and distinguish the characteristic features of their carapaces. The third video is about foraminifera. Similarly to the previous video, this video gives an overview of foraminifera, their ecology, terminology, and characteristic features used to identify them. The last video describes foraminifera morphotypes. This video presents a simplified way to distinguish between different groups of foraminifera based on the shape of their shells, and how this knowledge can be applied to reconstructing paleoenvironments. The next section of FossilSketch is mini-games. We currently use 4 mini-games. In these games, identification tasks are divided into smaller tasks to help students practice identifying individual features. The first game helps students learn about the basic ostracod valve characteristics and how to orient the valve correctly with the dorsal side up. Before playing, a student can review the information about an ostracod valve, and this image is available throughout the game for students to go back and check if needed. Students go through several rounds of the game, and FossilSketch provides feedback if the submitted answer is incorrect. The second game teaches students to distinguish between the various outlines of the ostracod valves. Students can drag and drop the images of ostracod valves to the appropriate outlines. If the student makes a mistake, FossilSketch provides a hint, shows to what geometrical shape this valve is closest to, and then a student can try again. The third game is to match foraminifera genera with their morphotypes. And the last, fourth game helps students learn about foraminifera chamber arrangements. The next section of FossilSketch teaches students to identify ostracoda and foraminifera to genus level. The instructions for each step are shown on top of the screen. For ostracoda, the identification steps include: first, to sketch the maximum length of the valve. Then, to sketch the maximum height of the valve. This allows to distinguish between right and left valves. The next step is to sketch the outline of the valve to help visualize and identify what kind of outline is it. The following step is to estimate what size group does this valve fall into. The next step is to select ornamentation features if present and any other characteristic features. The last screen shows the available ostracod genera sorted based on the selections made by the user. For foraminifera genus identification steps, the student outlines the shell and the last chamber, then selects the wall material type, and then selects the overall shape, a number of chambers, the type of chamber arrangement, and then the type and location of the aperture. The next sections help learn and practice principles of microfossil-based paleoreconstructions. Interactive paleoenvironmental reconstruction exercises integrate ecologically relevant concepts and allow beginners to develop the skills necessary for making rapid environmental assessments from fossil data. Our microfossil assemblage exercises are based on real-life data from the Gulf of Mexico for foraminifera and Baltic Sea for ostracoda. The ostracod exercise is based on Baltic Sea material from IODP Expedition 347, with 3 assemblages corresponding to alternating environmental phases characteristic of its Holocene history. Before students start to practice, they can read the background information for the Baltic Sea region and learn about using ostracods for reconstructing bottom water salinities. This exercise has 3 samples and a summary page. Each of the samples correspond to a different type of environment in relation to salinity. A user selects ostracod genera from the menu on the right and counts and submits the answer for each of the genera in the sample. If the submitted answer is incorrect, FossilSketch provides feedback by showing what genera are present in this sample, and then a user can just count and submit the correct answer. A summary page shows all 3 samples, and students can select a type of environment in relation to salinity from the drop-down menu. We thank you for your interest in FossilSketch and hope to collaborate with you in the future.